Welcome back, guys. We are discussing switchgear and protection. In previous classes, we have discussed about miniature circuit breakers, which is used in case of domestic applications. So, it will provide two types of protections, that is overload protection as well as short circuit protections for lower operating voltages. Right. So we have seen what is the selection of curves of MCBs and working of MCBs in previous lecture. Today we are discussing about the further modifications of MCB. That means MCCB, MPCB and RCCB, ELCB. Now at the end of this session you will get the basic idea about what is MCCB, what is MPCB and what is ELCB and also RCCB along with these working conditions. So these are the lecture contents that I am going to deliver today. Now MCCB, that is molded case circuit breaker. So if you observe this diagram, this is the MCCB equipment, that is molded case circuit breaker. Now it is also similar, it is also work like a MCB only, right? For the difference between MCCB and MCB is the operating ranges. That means in case of MCB it will work for lower currents, but in case of MCCB it can be operate for any type of currents. That means from lower currents to maximum currents in terms of kiloamperes as well, right? So there is a special setup to extend the rating of MCCBs, but it is not in case of MCB. For example, if you are designed MCB, that is miniature circuit breaker, for one current, we have to use this MCB for only one current. But in case of MCCB we have a provision that it can be adjustable. The rating of current will be adjustable. So let us go to in detail discussion about MCCB. Now this is also another type of protection system which will provide overloading protection as well as short circuit protection, right? Now the basic principle is whenever the current is exceeds the limits, it will give trip signal and the motor will the circuit will be open circuited, right? So that is the principle of MCB as well as MCCB. So it will give protection against, MCCB will give protection against over voltage, short circuit faults, and also it can be useful for switching as well. Now I have discussed it can be used for higher current rating as well as fault level, even in domestic applications, and we have a provision that the current limit will be changed, right? So because of this provision, if for example if you are set up for high current rating, it can be used for industrial applications as well. So it can be used for domestic applications and also it can be used for industrial applications. That means it has a provision of wide range of applications, right? The next one is it can also used to protect capacitor banks. And generator protection as well as main electric feeder protection in case of distribution network. Right. So previously for transmission networks we have seen air circuit breakers, blast circuit breaker, and oil circuit breakers, and SF6 circuit breaker, vacuum circuit breakers as well, for different levels of transmission. But in case of distribution, the MCCB will be useful for feeder protection. The next one is, it will offers adequate protection whenever the application require discrimination or adjustable overloading setting. That means, as I already discussed, it can be used for low currents as well as it can be used for higher currents as well, based on this adjustment of overload setting. Based on our setting value, that means current limit value, it can be the current of MCCB, that means the rating of MCCB will be extended. So this is about MCCB introduction. Let us compare MCB, that is miniature circuit breaker, and MCCB, which is molded case circuit breaker. Right. So MCB will useful for MCB will useful for up to 125 amperes. But in case of MCCB, the current rating can be up to 1600 amperes. So observe these two. With the help of MCCB, the current limit is extended up to 1600 amperes. Right. And the interrupting current rating, this is up to 10 kilo amperes. For example, during fault, the current will be multiple times of rated current. So that's why the fault current limit is 10 kilo amperes in case of MCB. But in case of MCCB, if you observe, it is around 10 kilo amperes to 85 kilo amperes. Right. So the next difference is, it is used for low breaking capacity, that is MCB is used for low breaking capacity requirements, that is basically in domestic applications. In case of MCCBs, as I said, it can be used for both low voltage, low currents and high breaking capacities as well, in both domestic as well as industrial applications. As MCCB has this much amount of high rating, mainly it is used in case of industrial applications only. It can be used in case of industrial applications only. If you observe the next difference, the trip characteristics are normally not adjustable in case of MCB. The trip characteristics are not adjustable in case of MCB. That means if you are design miniature circuit breaker for one current limit, so it will be fixed one. But in case of MCCB, we have a provision to increase the current setting. So because of this current setting value, we can use or we can adjust the overloading of MCCB. So its trip current may be fixed as well as adjustable for overloading and magnetic settings. So that is the case. So these are the difference between MCB and MCCB. So in case of MCCB, it can be used for up to 1600 amperes rated current, but in case of during fault, it is around 10 kilo ampere to 85 kilo amperes. Right. So the next one is the basic another difference is, if for example if we are fix the one value, that means current setting, if we are fixed the one value in case of MCB, it will be fixed throughout the operation. But in case of MCCB, we have a provision to change the current limit settings. That's why it has a wide range of applications in case of domestic as well as industrial applications. So these are the difference between MCB and MCCBs. Now let us move on to another type of circuit breaker, that is motor protection circuit breaker. Motor protection circuit breaker, that is MPCB. So if you observe this diagram, these are MPCBs in a industrial purpose. So observe this one. Observe this one here. We have current settings. Here we have current settings and we have voltage settings as well. Voltage settings as well. That means it indicates the overloading possibilities in case of motor protection circuit breaker. So the motor protection circuit breaker will be used to protect motor, as name indicates. As the name indicates, MPCB is used to protect the motors. Right. It is from different conditions. For example, we have seen the wide advantages of or applications of motors, electrical motors. So among those, the popular applications of electrical motors are, it can be used for air conditioning, or it can be used for compressors and heat pumps, as well as cooling. In case of cooling towers, we can use motors. And during extraction or injection, during extraction or injection fans, the motors are also used. On water pumping system, for water pumping systems, motors are used. And in case of elevators or in other hoisting devices like industrial conveyor belts or any elevators, so we are using these electrical motors only. So because of such wide applications, we have to protect this motor from different types of faults that is occurring during operation of motors. Right. So let us discuss what are the functions of MPCB, that is motor protection circuit breaker. So as MPCB is used to protect the motor from, the first one is it will protect the motor from electrical faults. For example, there may be a short circuit fault in electrical network, or there may be a line to ground fault or line to line fault in case of electrical networks. Okay. For example, in this electrical network, the circuit breaker may not maloperate. The circuit breaker may not maloperate. During these conditions, because of high currents, the motor will be damaged. So we have to protect the motor from external fault conditions by using MPCB. Right. So the second function is motor overloading protection. For example, we are applying, if we apply more amount of load for longer period of time, what happens? The heat generated inside the motor will be more, as well as we don't have sufficient cooling for this heat. So because of these two conditions, there is a chance of burning of winding inside the motor. So by using MPCB, the overloading will be protected. And the next one is the protection against phase unbalances. The protection against phase unbalances and phase loss as well. For example, due to some technical mistake, that means there may be a loose contacts. Okay, so because of these technical mistakes, there may be a chance of unbalance occur in the motor terminals, or there may be a chance of lose one phase of a motor terminals. So during these conditions, because of these unbalances, heavy currents will occur. So we have to protect the motor from these disturbances, right? So MPCB will also protect during unbalanced conditions as well. And the next one is thermal delay. For example, if you are using automatic MPCB, I have said during overload protection, up to some time, because of this thermal delay, up to some time there is a power, that means for some time the power will be not given to motor. Let us take one example. The motor is overloaded. For some time. So this MPCB is judge the overloading condition. And trip the circuit so that there is no supply to the motor. During automatic MPCB applications, now what happen is it will give some time to cooling the motor after turning off the motor, right? So that we call it as thermal delay. After some time what happens? The motor will be cooled up and again the motor will start. So that is the thermal delay which are provided by automatic MPCBs. That is also one more advantage, right, for reliability operation. So this is the advancement of MPCB, right? And the next one is, along with these possibilities, for switching also, for motor switching also, we will use MPCBs. To do maintenance, we have to switching on or switching off of motors in case of industrial applications, right? So for that purpose also, MPCB will be useful for switching as well. So these are the functions of MPCB, which are of, it will give protection against electrical faults, it will give protection against overloading protection, it will give protection against unbalances, and also by using automatic MPCBs, it will because of thermal delay, the reliability of operation will be increases. And the last function is for motor switching. For motor switching, MPCBs are used. Now there have another advantages of, or another external functions of MPCBs also. That is fault signaling. So whenever there is a fault occurs in the system, the fault is sensed by this MPCB, then it will give trip signal. Along with the trip signal, it will also give an indication. If you see the construction of MPCB, there is a one LED, right? So whenever this fault occurs, the LED will be blink. So it will gives a provision of sense the nearby maintainer, that means service maintenance person, right? So it will give provision for service maintenance person, that means there is a fault occurs in the system, so that this is additional function of MPCBs. And also automatic reconnection. By providing some thermal delay, it will reconnect the motor into the system. So that is automatic reconnection, as we said earlier, right? So these are the several functions of MPCBs. Now let us move on to working principle of MPCB, motor protection circuit breaker. Now it will also work for working in the principle of thermal magnetic protection. Let us take two case studies. That is, during overloading protection, by using thermal protection, because of thermal protection, it will sense the overloading. That means we have seen in case of MCBs, by expanding or contracting of contacts between terminals, so it will provide thermal protection under overloading conditions, right? So the second principle is magnetic protection. In case of short circuits, or in case of line faults, or any higher current electric faults, this thermal protection will not give sufficient protection. So because of this, we use magnetic protection. So because of this magnetic protection, within no time we will protect the motor. So these are the two common principles of any MCB or MCCB or MPCB. But in case of MPCB, that is motor protection circuit breaker, we have one more protection additionally, that is protection against unbalances and phase loss. So during this phase loss or unbalances, if there is any 2% unbalance, let us take 2% of unbalance, which will be detrimental to the motor service life, right? If one of the phase voltage is suddenly lost, the effect is even more damaging, because the motor will keep on running with only two phases, right? So because of motor protection circuit breaker, which is capable of detecting these conditions by measuring the differences among phase voltages, and if there is unbalance occurs, it will immediately disconnect the motor from the circuit. So it is additional principle of MPCB compared to MCCBs or MCBs, right? And MPCBs are also equipped with manual interruption of mechanism, that means manual switching, so which allows disconnection of electric motors for replacement or in case of maintenance. So these are the working principles of MPCBs. And it is also have one more feature. It is also have one more feature additionally, that is the current rating to be adjustable. The current rating will be adjustable. So as the current rating is adjustable, it same MPCB can be used to protect motors at different capacities. Use it to protect motors at different capacities with same MPCBs by using current rate adjustment current rating. Right. So these are the working principles of MPCBs. These are the working principles of MPCBs. Now let us move on to the next circuit breaker, that is earth leakage circuit breaker. Earth leakage circuit breaker, that is ELCB. So during earth leakage, that means, for example, the live contacts may touch with the live contacts of a motor or any electrical equipment will touch with body, that means outer frame of any electrical equipment. In this case, if you touch that electrical equipment, what happens? We feel shock. There is a possibility of becoming dead also. So we have to protect during such conditions as well. By using ELCB, we will protect, we will bypass the earth leakages. Right. So the ELCB will sense this earth leakage and will provide tripping signal for main motor or any equipment. Right. So these ELCBs will be classified again into two types, that is voltage ELCB and current ELCB. Voltage ELCB and current ELCB. Let us discuss each one in detail. Voltage earth leakage circuit breaker. Voltage earth leakage circuit breaker. So in this voltage earth leakage circuit breaker, one terminal of relay coil is connected to metal body and another terminal is connected to ground. So let us see this diagram. So here, this is the relay of ELCB. This is the relay of ELCB. The one terminal of this ELCB is connected to frame of load or body of load. Right. And another terminal of ELCB is connected to ground. So during abnormality conditions, for example, in case of load, if any live wire is touched with motor body or any equipment body, now it will be sensed by this ELCB. For example, if the live wire is touched with this body, then there is a provision of current. Because of this current, there is a potential. Potential that I will indicate as plus V. It is some X voltage, and the earth has zero voltage, right? So because of this potential difference, the relay will generate one tripping signal to circuit breaker. So it will generate the tripping signal to circuit breaker. So the circuit breaker will operate and open circuit the entire network. Open circuit the supply which is giving to load. Right. So this is the this is the principle of ELCB. That is because of this voltage difference that is occurred due to live wire touching the body of any electrical equipment. So because of this voltage difference, the circuit breaker will operate and there will be a open circuit of load. So this is voltage earth leakage circuit breaker. As the name indicates, voltage, it will operate because of potential difference between two terminals of relay. That is body of a load or earth. Right. So I have mentioned these points only. If any insulation failure occurs or live phase wire contacts is touching with metal body, if any insulation failure occurs or live phase wire is touches with metal body, the equipment, there may be a generation of voltage difference between relay contacts. That means one is connected to metal body of load and another is connected to earth. So because of this voltage difference, the current signal will be generated by relay to trip the circuit breaker. If the voltage difference crosses some predetermined value, if the voltage limit crosses some predetermined value, the current through the relay becoming sufficient to actuate tripping the circuit breaker to disconnect power supply to the equipment. So, and the next one is the typicality of this device is it can detect and protect only equipment or insulation failures which is attached. Okay, but we are not sensing any other equipments. Okay, insulation failures of any other equipment. So this will be because of voltage earth leakage circuit breaker, it will provide protection only for the same equipment which we are connect the terminal of body or metal body. Right. So this is about voltage earth leakage circuit breaker. Now if you move on to current earth leakage circuit breaker, it is also called as RCCB, that is residual current circuit breaker. The voltage earth leakage circuit breaker will be mainly denoted as ELCB only. But the current earth leakage circuit breaker is more popularized with the name of residual current circuit breaker, that is RCCB. And voltage earth leakage circuit breaker is popular like ELCB only, and the current earth leakage circuit breaker is popularized as RCCB. Right. So if you have seen the basic principle of RCCB, the line, let us take one single phase system. So this is supply. So the positive line, that is phase. The phase of the phase of line is given to one coil of, let us take it is coil 1. This is coil 1. Right. So we are giving line connection to one coil which is wound on a core, and the neutral also given to another coil let me indicate it is coil number 2. Coil number 2, right? So these are the two main coils. These are the two main coils. Here the basic principle is the polarity of phase winding and neutral winding on the core is chosen, that the polarity of phase winding and neutral winding is chosen that in normal condition MMF of one winding is opposite that of another winding. During normal condition, 1 mmf of one coil, that means for example mmf of coil 1 will be opposite to, let me indicate, it is like this is mmf of coil 1, mmf of coil 1. So the polarity of coil such that the mmf of coil 1 is opposite to mmf of coil 2 during normal operating conditions. Normal operating conditions. Now let us take any abnormality occurs. Let us take any abnormality occurs. Now what happened here? Here there may be a chance of leakage. There may be a chance of leakage. So because of this leakage, the current which is flown from phase wire, that is I phase, is not equal to the current which is coming in case of neutral. So it is not equal. It is not equal because some amount of current is leaking here, right? Some amount of current is leaking here. That is, I indicate IE. IE. So here, because of KCL itself, that means Kirchhoff current law, the incoming current is not equal to outgoing current whenever there is a abnormality. During such conditions, the MMF of phase will be high compared to MMF of this. So because of this difference, there is a one flux which is flowing through core. That means the resultant flux will be flown through relay coil which is wound on a same core. So this is relay coil. This is relay coil and this is resultant MMF. Resultant MMF. Which is resultant MMF. So because of this resultant MMF, which and relay coil, so there is a chance of generation of voltage as per Faraday's law, right? So because of this voltage, because of this production in EMF, it will cause us to trip the signal. So it will be open circuit. So the relay will be open circuit the terminals of this equipment. So this is the basic principle of current, residual current circuit breaker, right? Now this is only single phase. This is single phase residual current. Now let us move on to, so these are the point which I have discussed till now, right? So as it is assumed that the normal operating conditions, the current goes through the phase wire and will be written in neutral wire. Whenever there is no leakage between, the currents in phase wire and neutral wire will be same. But in case of leakage condition, there may be a difference between these two currents. So because of the residual current, that means because of this residual current, the relay will operate and open circuit the total input terminals of our load. So this is single phase. Let us come to three phase. In case of three phase also, the same KCL, Kirchhoff current law, will be used. Okay, so in single phase we have used only phase winding and neutral winding and relay coil winding. But in case of three phase, let us see here. In case of three phase, we have R, we have Y, and we have B. RYB terminals. So these RYB as well as N in case of 4 pole. So these will be wounded on same core. All these coils will be wounded on same core such that each MMF will be oppose each other. MMF will be oppose each other. Right. So these three are the three coils of each phase, that is R, Y, B, and a relay coil also. So this is relay. Relay coil also same, wound on same core, and it will give signal to this circuit breaker. This circuit breaker during normal operating conditions, IR plus IY plus IB is equal to 0, right? During normal operating conditions, and that is with this in neutral the current will be 0. In neutral the current will be 0. For example, if there is any leakage occurs, because of this leakage the currents in three phases will be not same, and there is a production of neutral current as well. So now in this condition neutral current will not 0 during leakage. So because of this property, similar to previous one, the resultant MMF will be generated. So because of this MMF, there is a production in voltage. That means, let me indicate like small e. So small e resultant during abnormality conditions, because of ER, that means resultant EMF, the switch will be open circuited. So this is the operation of three phase residual current circuit breaker. So that what I have mentioned here, when the difference crosses predominantly predetermined value, the current in the third secondary windings of the core becomes sufficiently high to actuate the electromagnetic relay. Now this relay will causes tripping of the associated circuit breaker to disconnect the power supply from equipment. Right. So residual current circuit breaker is sometimes or also prefer like residual current device, which is based on residual current only it is operating, right? So that is, we call it as residual current device. When we consider the device by disassociating the circuit breaker attached to RCCB, that means the entire parts of RCCB except circuit breaker are referred as RCD. residual current device. Previously we have shown, right? So except circuit breaker, which is tripping the contacts, remaining entire equipment will be called as residual current device. So this is about RC's residual current circuit breaker. So with this diagram you can see here. So the core is connected to all wires. That means R phase, Y phase, B phase, which is common to neutral. This will be sensed by coil, which we call it as CT. Because of this, relay will be operate. So whenever there is a residual current, the relay will give signal to circuit breaker. Hence the supply will be disconnected to the load. Now this entire equipment except circuit breaker will be called it as residual current device. Now, so let us compare residual current circuit breaker and ELCB. That means current ELCB as well as voltage ELCB. Right. So RCCB refers to residual current circuit breaker, and ELCB, that is earth leakage circuit breaker, is like a voltage earth leakage circuit breaker. Now it is a new name referred to current earth leakage circuit breaker, and ELCB is referred to voltage operated earth leakage circuit breaker. Right. So in case of RCCB, it ensures 100% detection of leakage current which is available to sense the AC as well as DC current. In case of RCCB, we can sense AC as well as DC. But in case of ELCB, it is not preferable, as it can only detect current that flow back through the main earth wire. And the last difference is RCCB has no connection with the earth wire, and that's why it can trip when both currents are different, and it withstands up to both the currents as same. When there is difference in current, in case of single phase, if the difference is between phase and neutral, the RCCB will operate, or in case of three phase, when there is a difference in three phases, RCCB will operate. But in case of ELCB is working based on earth leakage current only. So these devices measure the voltage on the earth conductor. So if this voltage was not zero, this indicated a leakage to the earth, which will leak to the earth. So that's why it can be referred as voltage earth leakage circuit breaker. Now we have seen the difference between RCCB and ELCB. So these are the advancement in case of circuit breakers. Thank you.